All right, fellas, we're back, and let me tell you, it's been an interesting time in my life with my job in WWE being terminated due to a backstage political power play. At least that's my opinion of it. But now is not the time to talk about that. I will get into detail about that when the time is right, but as of right now, we're going to do a gym tour in World's Gym, Cincinnati, Ohio. And you see, entering the gym, the first thing I see is the old freaking lateral raise machine that you can single arm unilaterally change up into like a more of a front raise modified freaking high shrug position. That's my favorite way to use these machines. See, if you use them with both arms at the same time, it's kind of restricting you to just that lateral raise movement. But if you shimmy the body and shift and contort, you can hit the trapezius much more effectively, as well as the other heads of the deltoid. Now let's go wrong. We smoke the shoulders. Let's show you the tour. We got the bars here. You know, typical bodybuilding gym equipment. But as you can see, the Body Masters heavy-duty plate-loaded equipment here. The hammer strength, old school hammer strength. We're going to start with the dumbbells here. Obviously, you got the benches. You got the easy curl, fixed barbells. But you can see you got high-quality utility benches. Just lots and lots of bench presses for the Monday bench press jabronis that come in. Chest day, every day is Monday, every day is chest day. But of course, in this case, it is chest day. But of course, anytime I train, it's usually just, it's all upper body or it's all lower body. You know what I mean? I don't do push, I don't do pull. I kind of just, incorporate it all. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm on the road and traveling. So what I always do when I'm on the road is I find the biggest dumbbells the gym has, okay? In this case, it was the 150s, all right? I think these are 150s. These are the biggest ones they have to offer. Wipe the glisten off the brow. Get the mind right. As you can see, there's no headphones, so I'm listening to whatever horse crap is blaring on the radio, and I think I'm trying to find a freaking breakdown in the pop music or whatever is playing, the AM talk radio. And not my best set. I think my best set with the 150s is 15 or 17, somewhere around their reps. At least it's 15. I can't remember. But anyways, we're just getting started with this workout here. So hit the laterals, hitting the dumbbell BP. Okay, figure let's not go full insano mode as of right now. Let's keep the tour going. Show you some other goodies they have to offer here at World's Gym Cincinnati. A Nebula. Freaking Nebula is heavy-duty equipment, fellas. If Techno Gym is the yin, then Nebula is the yang. Techno Gym is plastic horse crap. Nebula is freaking Abrams tank, solidified, bridge holding steel. You know what I'm talking when I say bridge? I'm talking about gigantic freaking steel beams that can hold up a bridge with semi-trucks flying over it, Couple of the glute bridge machines, my opinion on those. I think those are a load of horse crap. Okay. Some old school, here's the lever squat, which I think is kind of a meme as well. Now here is a machine I pointed out before, a pec deck. Listen, a lot of gyms have the pec fly machine, but it's not often you see the pec deck machine. This is more of like a 70s, 80s, and 90s exercise. I don't know why gyms stopped stocking their gyms up with them, but there's something about driving with the freaking elbows as opposed to having the weight in your hands. You know what I'm saying? A golden nugget of info. Feels so much better on the elbows. Okay, can hit the pectoralis more effectively. I'm flying through this. I think there was a reverse hyper, super old school type cable station. There's a freaking pec fly. Here's this is a solid, look at this old, fellas, this is a freaking standing shrug machine. Never seen that before in my life, but instead of documenting it, because I did use it, I maxed that sucker out and it felt good, but I didn't document it for some reason. I saw this hammer strength plate loaded iso lateral row, and it reminded me of a classic picture of Dorian Yates, where he had like 4 plates or something. So I figured I'm gonna load this sucker up. Okay? No belts, no straps, just horse cock. Right? So, loaded the sucker out. I can't tell how many plates are on there. These black plates really just all blend together, especially when they get that glistening shine, that shimmer. The top plate is a dull finish, but the bottom ones have that glistening shimmer. Anyways, the whole time I'm just thinking of that classic poster of Dorian Yates and some other just, meathead beside him. Anyways, I'm trying to have this slow and controlled. I don't have, freaking Dr. Mike Israetel one day study my footage and, do a 45-minute documentary about how the eccentric reps should be slower. So I figured I would keep those suckers slow and controlled. You just never know. Good shot of the Shack Attack Reebok pumps. As you know, if you know me, those are the only shoes I wear are Shack Attack Reebok pumps. I have other Reebok pumps like the Victories, but I just refuse to wear them because there's something special about the Shack Attacks. Maybe it's a 7-foot giant. Established the shoe, 24-inch foot or whatever the hell it was. But I want to fill the shoes of giants, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, vertical leg press. Just gigantic freaking arsenal. Freaking lever squat. Thing probably weighs 1,000 pounds. And, it's probably feels like horse crap. All right? That's my experience with those lever squat machines. Call me silly, but I'm a barbell squat and maybe a leg press kind of guy. I do get a kick out of all these super freaking heavy duty like new leg machines because I think you can't really go wrong with the classics. Like if you're gonna use a leg machine, just like a 45-degree leg press, plate loaded leg press, like you can't beat that. I don't know, all these like pendulum squats now and lever squats, and I think it's just I don't know. Maybe they feel good. I don't want to be too harsh on these companies. Look at this freaking Shack, fellas. I'm not even talking about the equipment, and I really didn't even look at it, but that was loaded with strongman equipment. And let me even give you commentary on what we're even looking at here. Look at the freshly cut grass with perfect lines. The battle ropes. Look at the freaking outdoor, just the freaking gorillas playground. Huge set of monkey bars. 1942 football practice contraption. A squat rack made out of wood. I don't know if you even noticed that, but I didn't even see that when I was filming this. A climbing rope looking like it's fit for Peter Pan on Captain Hook's ship. Look at these tires, fellas. That one tire in the far distance, the tire afar from the camera shot. Maybe I'll point my camera, but I'll get back to it. But anyway, look at this contraption, fellas. This is like a Jacob's ladder, only it's not freaking meant for Jacob. It's like meant for a painter. Like that's like a real ladder, a real freaking rotating, moving ladder, only meant for a master of carpentry or something. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not for some amateur ladder climber. You know what I mean? It's slick. It's made out of aluminum. I should have tried it. Okay, here's the close-up of the tire. Fellas, I've lifted a 1,000-pound tire in my day, and by the looks of this one, I'd say this is an 800-pounder, which is freaking solid, and tire flips are a beast of their own. You could say, whoa, I flip a tire when you can deadlift, but it's totally different. Tire flips are solid, fellas. If you have a tire you can flip, great, but once you become a horse cock, it's hard to find a tire that's challenging enough. And then there's the fine line of you want it to be heavy duty and hefty as hell, but at the same time you don't want to tear your bicep because that's that transitional freaking power curl into the explosive jerk is it's that transition that is could take many a biceps from a strong man. Anyways, fellas, that was the World's Gym in Cincinnati, and let me tell you, this gym specifically was Del Hagen territory. I'm talking about Sticky D country. I walked into this gym, fellas, and I feel like, it was crazy. Like, I don't know what it is about Cincinnati, but it seemed like everyone at this gym knew who I was, and they were super friendly, and, freaking snapped some pics, and we pumped and we posed and we flexed and we grunted and we salivated and perspirated together. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, fellas, I'm no longer, traveling the world every week, but I have about 8 gym tours left in the camera, cocked and loaded. And then I might also decide if I want to carry on with the gym tours or not. This is the moment of truth, fellas, so stay tuned. Big things to come. And as I mentioned earlier about my job, again, it's not the time, but when I do and can speak, freely, it's going to be freaking juicy, fellas. I'm talking about all the nitty-gritty details, you know what I'm talking about? So stay tuned, fellas.